You cannot really understand the greatness of Pedri as a midfielder until he plays against your team and until you watch him dominate a midfield. The dribbling, the passing, the control of a football match, the vision at his age can only be seen when he is doing it to your team.
On Thursday the 18th of September, England was amazed. Paul Scholes called him his new favorite player. Jack Grealish called him a joy to watch. Many Newcastle fans called him the greatest player they have ever seen kick a ball at St James's Park. Meanwhile, fans outside of England are wondering what took everyone so long. As a Barcelona fan, towards the end of the game against Newcastle, I remember asking myself, who is my man of the match? Koundé was fantastic, and he also got an assist. Araujo and Kubarsi were strong at the back. Well, Rashford scored 2 goals, so he is also probably in that conversation. Pedri? He just had his average game. Sometimes I just wonder whether I'm taking him for granted. I just expect him to completely run the midfield, to control the tempo of the game, to always make the right decision every time he gets the ball, because that's what he always does in every single game, and somehow he still never disappoints me. But okay, enough with the glazing. Let's talk about how Pedri became Pedri. Pedri is not from La Masia, but to be honest, he probably had a bigger connection to Barcelona than most kids at the club. His family were huge Barca fans, and his granddad even founded an official fan club. Pedri grew up watching every single Barcelona game with the fan club in the pub. He became completely obsessed with Andres Iniesta and wanted to do everything just like him, literally everything. He even wanted to copy his haircut. And yet, the first big club that wanted to sign him was Real Madrid. At the age of 15, they offered him a trial. However, Madrid was caught by a huge snowstorm and several training sessions were cancelled. And after he finally got onto the pitch, he wasn't used to playing in such cold weather and couldn't show his best. After a few days, they told him he wasn't good enough and sent him back home. However, he was soon picked up by Las Palmas, where he quickly impressed and was promoted to the first team at the age of 16. He quickly became their star and was spotted by Barcelona. After he moved to Barcelona, he went out to have a dinner with his agent, but by chance, they went to the same restaurant as Ronald Koeman, who had just been appointed as Barca's new manager, so Pedri went to introduce himself. However, Koeman had no idea who he was. When they told him it's Barca's new signing Pedri, he thought they were joking. It took them a while to convince him they were not. But it took Pedri much less to convince Koeman about his talent. You see, Coutinho has just returned from his loan spell at Bayern, where he won the Champions League, and everyone expected him to fill that number 10 position. But Pedri was already much better than him. The maturity and intelligence he was showing at that age was something absolutely unbelievable. Obviously he was physically not fully developed, but technically and tactically he was already that good. But Barcelona became a bit too reliant on him. In his first season at Barca, he played 75 games. For a 17-year-old, that's a pretty lot, and it couldn't go without consequences. That season completely broke him. In the following years, he kept getting injured over and over again. When he was fit, he was fantastic. But no matter how much Barca fans kept repeating that if he could remain injury-free, he would become the best midfielder in the world, it was all what if. He just couldn't stay fit for his life. But then, everything changed. When Hansi Flick arrived at Barcelona, his main priority was to improve the fitness of the players, and his main target was Pedri. After he got injured at the Euro, he sent a personal trainer to his house to look after him and ensure he gets back as soon as he can. He also put more emphasis on recovery and injury prevention. Pedri had a lot of problems with hamstring injuries, so they targeted his hamstrings to make sure those injuries wouldn't happen again, and the result? results, Pedri had his first injury-free season in 3 years. And his performances are absolutely incredible. If you think his performance against Newcastle was fantastic, go watch the game against Bayern, Atletico, Benfica, Mallorca, Sevilla, or pretty much any Barcelona game. The consistency he's showing in every single match is just unbelievable. I didn't want to talk about Ballon d'Or in this video, but I think we can all agree that the fact that he finished 11th is an absolute joke. Oh, I'm sorry, he finished 11th. Anyway, do you think Pedri is the best midfielder in the world? Let me know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.